Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. We have a burning event ongoing starting today. Also, there's some other stuff I want to cover. And as always, you will find timestamps to jump to the part that interests you the most. First things first, there is something really special about today because we finally have the Rollertap connection. Now inside of the Rollertap app in Telegram, you can actually click the connect my account button here. And then you can connect your Rollercoin account with the Rollertap account. And essentially, if you don't know what Rollertap is yet, this is like a clicker game where you click the button here and you have some cards in the background where you get a coin income every hour, kind of like cookie clickers, and you can automate this and basically just purchase more of these coins per hour. And then they promised us that we can connect these two apps, this one here with Rollercoin that you see in the background, and then at some point we can exchange these community tokens that you see here for any rewards for Rollercoin like Rollertoken and miners and stuff in the future. And this is pretty cool. And now we have the button, and of course you can find a link in the description, guys, so you can already start clicking. And I will make a separated video in the upcoming days when this feature is actually working properly and when we see the inside of this connection tab. Inside of the burning events, you always find your miners that you can burn here on the left side, and once you throw them inside of the oven, you can click the start button here, and then you will get those e-coins, which is the diamonds, and also those globe-like looking celebration memory thingies. I do not know what they are called. And then you will actually get both of them at the same time once you click the starting button. You can also speed up the process here by spending some of your roller token, and once you receive the points, you will automatically participate in the rewards that you see here on the top. And for example, if I would now burn this miners here with the 17k points that they give me, then I would also automatically have the first two rewards already done, and I have 7k points spare, which already automatically counts towards the third reward here. And then I would need only a couple more points to already get the fourth one, which is the ancient icecraft. So you get the idea how this works. And to get to the last reward, you will need 500k of these burning points here. And this is the new miner, the good old miner that they released today. It cannot be sold in the marketplace. It has 3.7p in mining power, and it comes already merged on tier 4. And the miner itself on tier 4 already has 12% bonus power. So this is an actual really good miner, but the base mining power is somewhat low for such a high tier miner, and that's a little bit sad. But of course, if you would get all the way here, you don't only have this miner now on level 4, but also you have a tier 3 version, a tier 2 version, and 2 times level 1s. So you could make this a tier 5 version if you are actually spending your roller token into the parts and merge this thing. Because then on tier 5, this one has actually 15% bonus power and 10p in mining power. Now we are talking, guys, this is actually pretty good, but it comes at a very heavy price of 81 roller token merging fee. So once you acquire the miners, you need to actually merge this one and that one and this one, and this costs you more than 120 roller token in total to basically just make this a miner with 10p and 15%. That doesn't look too great anymore in my opinion. It is very expensive, but there is another way to actually receive this miner here on tier 4 inside of the burning shop, and for that you would now need to purchase this one, the epic version, and then you have it on level 4 already for 500k points. And once you are actually achieving 600k burning points, so you go a little bit more all in, let's say, then you can purchase this miner here for 600k points and have it merged already on legendary, which, like I showed you here before, is the tier 5 version, how I always call it. And then you do not need to spend a fortune into actually merging all of the stuff and into the parts and things. So this is a little bit better in my opinion if you are actually going for the miner. And also you could go one step further and just purchase the level 6 miner here if you are actually getting to 1 million burning points. But of course, getting to 1 million burning points, I made the calculation, it's ridiculously expensive. You would need to burn around, I made the calculation here, 350 of those miners with 500k or a little bit more mining power. And of course, these miners are not for free. All of them costs around like 1.5 roller tokens, some of them even 2 roller token. And of course, we can expect the prices to actually skyrocket now that people are starting to burn things. So you can expect this miner to cost you anywhere, let's say an average of 2.5 roller token if you're not fast enough burning the things. So this will be around 900 roller token to just get to 1 million points if you are not prepared and if you don't have a lot of miners lying around. And I think for 900 roller token, this is a little bit too expensive. That's complete overkill for a miner of 30p and 30% bonus power. I mean, yes, it is a very good miner, but I highly doubt that it is worth almost 900 roller token, at least in my opinion. Let me know in the comments down below what's your thoughts on this, if this is a little too expensive in your opinion too. Really curious about that. Now that we know that we need a fortune to actually get to 1 million points here, what is the thing that you should do? What is, in my opinion, the best approach to this kind of burning event? This time, I think what you should do is you get the first 2 rewards here and you burn a little bit more than that. You get to around 60k points, because then you have the new miner here 2 times already. So you could make it a tier 2 version, which is this one. And at that point, it already has 4% bonus power and 500k mining power. And then you're gonna use those 60k of your burning points and you basically go here inside of the burning shop and purchase another 2 copies of this good old miner, and then you kind of merge those ones together. You spend here 2.4 roller token twice, so 5 roller token here, and then you need only 800 of the hash boards here, and then you make this a tier 3 version for another 6 roller token and 20 of the green parts, which at the moment are very inexpensive in the marketplace because of the merge quest of the puzzle event. And then you now have a miner with 1.4p in base mining power, which is not that high, but with 8% bonus power for a relatively okay price. And I think that will be my approach, what I will aim for. I will not go higher than that because I think it's very expensive to actually get the most out of this event. Of course, you could go to 200k points here and get the miner already merged on level 2 to save a little bit of money by merging, but I think to get here is way more expensive than the actual approach that I just told you. So maybe it is a good idea to think about this burning event as a skip if you didn't come prepared and you don't have like 100p of mining power lying around that you can throw in the oven. But that being said, inside of the burning shop you can get a lot more stuff, of course, than the actual legendary good old miner. For example, you could purchase the Sunset Sentinel for 400k of these event tokens, but for 2p in mining power this is complete overkill again. I think this is very expensive and I don't think anyone should purchase this one. Then we have 2 of the chests that we had here last time too. This time they are called Vintage Vault and Dusty Crate, and inside of those chests you can get the good old miner already merged here with 10p in mining power. This is the tier 5 version of it with 10p and 15% bonus power. So if you're lucky enough by opening the Vintage Vault, then you will have now a miner that is very good. This time we cannot get the best miner out of the box, so this is a very high risk gamble, because of course the stuff that you can get here also is very bad. There's like this miners here, Roller Miner S9 with 260k in mining power, for example, but it can get worse than that. You can get a Roller Miner Season 4 with 1.1k in mining power for 10,000 of these event tokens, and I think this is a very high risk and a very bad bet if you would ask me, so I don't think that I will gamble this time. Of course there's a second crate which looks a little bit better, because here you can get up to 500 roller token. You can also get the good old miner here already on level 3 merged in this chest, and some other stuff like, for example, legendary hashboards. They're very expensive in the marketplace. Also 5k season tokens, which is very good. You can get the epic hashboards, which are fairly expensive at around like 20 roller token each. You can get 50 roller token, and here you get already the point. This has way more value instead of the first chest that I just showed you, but also of course this chest costs double the amount of tokens. Instead of 10k it costs now 20k, and you can receive the same crap like you can in the other one. You can get as low as 0.01 roller token and like 100 white parts. This is really bad, guys, and this is very expensive if you are actually unlucky enough to just get 1 cent back. Then you wasted a lot of money and a lot of potential by just purchasing some other stuff that you see here, which you can just flat buy with those points. So I really don't see the point this time in gambling. But of course, if you feel lucky enough to click the button here a couple times, then go ahead. But don't be too sad at the end if you are getting crap back at this point. Also, funny enough, in one of the last videos I mentioned it, how they never make really advertisement for their merch shop, and I think that they watched the video and now they put the banner here, so that is pretty funny. Now you can check out the merch shop, and now you will know that it actually exists, and inside you will find some really cute designs that mostly the community created. So I think it's worth a look, and you will have a laugh at some of the designs probably, because they are really cute and they look kind of funny. As I mentioned last time, I'm not sponsored or anything. I just really think that this merch shop should have a little bit more attention because of the details that the community puts into the designs, and I think they are really cute and they look overall pretty good. There's a lending sale for the Crypto Cola ongoing, and this one comes with 100k in mining power and 1.5% bonus power. This one cannot be resold in the marketplace, but it costs you only 0.45 roller tokens, so this is very inexpensive. And of course, this miner on the base version is not so great, but if you are merging it to the higher tiers, then it actually becomes a very solid miner for beginners. This one on tier 2 already has 300k in mining power and 2.5% bonus power. It is very inexpensive to merge it. So if you could afford, let's say, 4 of them and you make it a tier 3 version, then now you already have a miner with 760k in power and 3.1% bonus power. And if you would go one step further and you basically make it tier 4, it's still very inexpensive to make. It costs you only 4 of those blue parts here and 1.2 roller token to merge it in the first place. Then it has 2p and 6.5% bonus power. And at this point, I would recommend to stop already merging it, because the steps after this are a little bit more expensive. Now you would need to make it a tier 5 version after this. So you would need all of the money that you already invested into tier 4, but 2 times, of course, because you need them twice. And then it costs you one of the purple parts, which are fairly expensive at the moment. And then you would have a miner with 5p in mining power and 15% bonus power almost. This is a very good miner actually with the amount of bonus power that it gives, but the cost is quite high for this amount of base power, I would say. And then of course the next step is even more expensive. Here you would need 2 times the level 5 version. That means 2 of these epic fans, which cost you like 40 roller token in total. Then you need 9 roller token of merging fee and 14 of the legendary fans. These ones are very inexpensive actually, so this would not be a problem, but I see a problem in the actual merging fees here on top of the epic fans for the miner then at the end to have like 14p and 18% bonus power. So if you have a lot of roller tokens spare, then I think you could technically go for it, but keep in mind that of course you would need to purchase this miner here 32 times in the first place. So buying it 32 times costs you another 14.4 roller token on top. Then of course all of the parts that you would need to make this a tier 6 version in this case. So you would spend around, I estimate, 200 roller token for this amount of mining power and bonus power. And I think we had some time better offers than this. For example, there was this Viper Megacraft, and at the end they sold it for like 130 roller token and it came with 27p in mining power. Better sales are always around the corner, and I think it's the better idea to basically skip on this, even though it looks kind of okay. There's always something better, guys. Another thing still ongoing, of course, is the voting, and today we were able to purchase 2 tickets. They are almost sold out already again, and I want to give everyone that's watching this far the same chances to actually be able to purchase them. And I found the link here to buy them on the marketplace. This was kind of impossible because they are sold out instantly, but lucky enough I have it now, and I'm gonna share it down in the comments with you, so you can go to this page and try your luck to purchase them from the marketplace now. Just keep in mind that those things, in the moment they come up, they are instantly sold, so don't be too sad if you're not lucky enough to actually get them. But at least now you have the link and you can start trying to purchase some of them in the next days so that you have a chance to get the hamster. Also keep in mind we will have other chances to purchase more tickets here. You just need to be fast enough whenever those tickets refresh to basically purchase your share, and then you will have hopefully enough of those tickets to vote for the birthday bob. I really hope every one of you guys will get this hamster here for the expeditions. That would be awesome. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below, and I see you in the next one. Bye!